Grand Rising. This is Toby Tompkins, founder and CEO of Safio Inc. Welcome to another week and the first episode of our beautiful Leadership Monday morning message podcast. So this week, I want to talk about 4 things every CEO should do to lead through the global reset. Now, first of all, let's start off with what is exactly a global reset. This is not an organizational restructuring. We are not downsizing. These are not really any of the kinds of activities that many leaders have managed successfully before. A global reset is really a reimagining of the way things have been. I want you to think of it as a chessboard, where ordinarily leaders I work with are really good at moving the pieces around on the chessboard, but they know how the chessboard works. In a global reset, the chessboard goes away. And there's a lot of chaos that enables us to begin to reimagine the way things happen. And that's what we're going to be experiencing over the next decade of change between now and 2030. So how do we get ready for that? How do we lead through that? Well, the first thing you have to do is shift your mindset from a global sort of, this should work well for the whole world, best practices, things like that, to a worldly mindset. And that means that we have to move from an over-reliance on data to balancing the right mix between data and lived experience. It means you have to roll up your sleeves and you have to get into the culture. You have to understand not only how things are supposed to work based upon the research, but how things really work in every backyard. The second thing is to start each day, and in particularly in order to make that shift, you have to start each day as a leader with a beginner's mind. I love watching children early in life try new things. The first time they taste the lemon or something. There is an unstoppable, unquenchable thirst. And starting each day with a beginner's mind is very much that. It's having a thirst for deeper understanding, for understanding not only how things work, but how things work together. Abandon your lexicon. And this is really important and hard to do. When you're stepping into a new way of thinking about leading, particularly leading more beautifully, one where care, transparency, and trust are at the core of who you are and the difference you make, it's important to think about how the words that you currently use actually set up the vision and the direction that you have for your team, for your organization, or for the world. So it's important to really begin to think about how do we abandon our lexicon and really step into that. We see this from generation to generation, terms change that refer to the same things. So thinking about how you abandon your lexicon as an individual and as an organization is critical to being able to move through successfully a global reset. And finally, incite curiosity in others through practicing humility in yourself. Not really much more I need to say about that, right? It's being able to listen. It's being able to be appreciative. It's being able to challenge people to bring you new information, to listen carefully for new ideas, to ask people who often remain silent or unseen, and to make sure that in the formation of your ideas, you are celebrating and insisting upon a diversity of ideas, perspectives, people, and identities. So that's where you have it for today. I hope you have a great week. We'll be back next Monday with another beautiful leadership message. Take care.